Hi, Cancers. This is Kathy. Welcome to my channel, Kathy Mamolen, Psychic Medium. Welcome to a timeless love reading for my Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, and any cross watcher. This is a general love reading, so take with you what connects to you, leave the rest for everybody else. It can be for any sign of a person that you're thinking of, and we are going to see what's next in love or what's coming your way or any messages of guidance that Spirit has for you. So let's call in our spirit guides now. Spirit, please share with me loving messages for my Cancer. What is it that you have for them? What is it that you want them to know at this time? I am listening for you now. My boundaries, having sensible boundaries. Okay. It's a little bit of a cross the line energy. So almost crossed the line, on the verge of crossing the line, you know, whether it's you're respecting you or pushing the boundaries of what you've asked them to do or not do, or to please, you know, respect something. So a little bit of it's right on the line. I have a labyrinth. Even when you feel lost, there's always a way through. So, you know, relationships aren't a straight path. That's probably what they're letting you know. There's twists and turns along the way. And sometimes with certain people, I don't know, you know, you wonder, why am I hitting so many turns? Why are there so many twists? Is this worth it? You know, only you can answer that, but there's always that person that we have all these twists and turns along the way, and I won't give up on you. Okay. So there could be somebody that you have in mind, that you have been struggling with a little bit, or that could be coming, that maybe we go through a lot together. I have clarity. Take time to think about the situation. All I can tell you is that there is a day that at some point you realize why we're going through all of this, right? We're learning lessons. We're learning about each other. We have patience. Somebody is still trying to heal. Somebody is trying to figure things out, you know. So sometimes we have to go through a lot to get to where we want to be. Doesn't mean it's not meant to be. It just means that some relationships are not a straight line. And we all know that, right? Spirit, please share with me what's going on with these twists and turns. I have a Knight of Pentacles. I have a Queen of Swords. I have a Knight of Cups, a King of Cups, King of Cups, and a 10 of Pentacles. There is a part of me that says that this person has money issues, but they really don't. So it could be somebody who just constantly worries about money or talks about money. And maybe it's something that drives you crazy. You know, maybe it's they feel like they have to work all the time, or they are constantly, I don't know, analyzing everything about money, you know, just from bills to spending money, it's more about, I don't have maybe what I thought I would have at this stage in my life. So even though that they probably have everything that they need, maybe they just don't have what they want. And so they're not happy with that particular area of their life. And that probably upsets them. It could be a divine masculine energy that basically thinks of themselves as more successful than what they make. It would be the person who says, I don't get paid enough for what I do. Okay. Like they don't appreciate me. I'm not making enough money for this BS. Right. So something is going on with that. I do feel like they have feelings. I do feel like they have deep feelings for this connection. I do feel like they're expressing their feelings. But I do also feel like this issue is, I don't know, making me feel like I'm not as secure as I would like to be, because this person has some financial issues, I'm going to say, around money. Maybe somebody took them to the cleaner. Maybe they had to start over again. Maybe they have a lot of debt, unexpected debt that they really are struggling with. But I feel like it's making me feel insecure. I have the moon. I have temperance. I have a 4 of wands. Okay, so it's coming into me as I have a 7 of wands, that this person loves you very, very much, but I feel like they're giving you an excuse for a commitment that's connected to money. I don't want to be in a committed relationship because of financial reasons. I don't want to be tied to anybody financially. Okay. So one person is thinking, well, that's ridiculous. And the other person saying, this is what I want, take it or leave it. So that I feel like I'm really uncomfortable with that. And that's something that you guys are going to have to talk about. So we could have some push-pull around just that area of our life. It could be very frustrating. I have a 10 of wands, just a weight on my shoulder I wish we could get over. I have a page of cups. I really do enjoy being with this person. I've enjoyed being with this person from the beginning. I go back and forth with, is it enough of an issue for me to walk away, or isn't it? So I do feel like I put a lot of thought into this. But I also, at the end of the day, really enjoyed being with this person. So Spirit's saying stay for now. I mean, you're not, I have a Judgment, a Queen of Cups, and I have a King of Wands. I mean, if this person is making you feel loved, and you like being with them, and you feel like you're making some good choices, maybe over a period of time, this person will become more comfortable with the situation that you're in. You know, maybe you guys are living together and they don't want to talk about marriage yet, but that could change in a couple of years. That could change down the road. But let's live together and kind of see if this works first. So I just feel like somebody has some old wounds around where they've been, unfortunately, and what they've been through. So sometimes those come to the surface, you know, with the next person. Spirit, tell me more about this connection. What is it that you have for us? I don't want to give up on this connection. I don't want to give up on you. Like there's more good than bad, which I think happens in a lot of relationships. So try to look at the good and try to see if there's something that's happening. So one of you could be a little bit more old-fashioned. I want more of a commitment. I want more stability. And the other one is kind of being protective of themselves. And it makes you feel like, do you really love me? So I'm struggling with that. I have social media. Okay, maybe we met on social media. I have jewelry. That came into me as somebody wants a ring. Okay, so it's like, call me old-fashioned, but I still want a ring on my finger. You know, for those of you that want that, there's nothing wrong with that. You know, it's what you want. And your person should know that. You know, they should know that at some point that's kind of what I would like. And otherwise, this might not last forever, because if you feel like you're not where you want to be in a committed relationship, long-term relationship, at some point you'll resent that they're not there, or they're not going to give you that. So they should know. I have picky. I want to say more protective than picky. I feel like I need a job, unemployed. I think they're fine financially. I feel like they just play the woe is me card, or like a pity card. I don't have enough, and they could be like a little bit of a hoarder or saver, or they're always socking money away, so they don't want to spend the money that they save on anything else, you know, so they put it in the stock market, or I'm not touching that because that's, you know, my nest egg. Meanwhile, you know, they make you feel like everybody else has to struggle. So there could be just some weird things about it. A student, okay, maybe they are paying off student loans. Somebody who has a dimple. I have construction. I want to say I'm under construction, not necessarily a construction worker. That this connection is under construction. We're trying to get through some issues that I guess are everyday issues that people struggle with. And I do feel emotional for this person. I do feel that there's a lot of feelings here. I just wish this person themselves felt more stable, because it's almost like their energy, they're throwing that energy onto you and they're making you feel unstable. So you could be perfectly fine, you could be perfectly stable, but that at times they're making you feel unstable. The number one thing we need is emotional stability in a relationship. We want to know that no matter what, good times, bad, that we're going to get through things together. So we definitely want to know that for sure. But I think I've got somebody who has some deep wounds around money and financial issues. And that's something we have to work on. I have the soulmate. I have a soulmate energy. So there's more good than bad. And that's what I want you to take a look at. Sometimes we just narrow it down to the one thing or the little things that bother us. And in the big picture of life, you got to look at like all that this relationship offers. I have a free spirit. You always have a choice. So you don't have to choose today. If you're not happy in the future, you always would have a choice. But for today, you'll be happy. For today, this person cares about you and loves you. I have an Aries energy. I have a Leo energy, Sagittarius. I have happily ever after. I do want to be with this person is how it's coming into me. I have Gemini at the bottom of my deck, and I have spill the tea. Tell me more. Set a deadline. Let's look at that for a second, because you don't have to make a decision today. There's a sense of maybe in the back of my mind that if things don't change, within a period of time, then maybe I can take a closer look at it. If in a year from now or 2 years from now, I'm still in the same place, feeling the same way, maybe I would take a look at it. Okay. If things haven't improved in that area, or if I'm not seeing kind of a shift into feeling for myself, feeling more secure. So something like that. But set a deadline in your mind. It could be 6 months, 6 weeks. It could be 3 months, whatever. Like, I'm going to reevaluate it. I'm just going to put it on hold for now and give it some time, and then take a closer look, when I hit that kind of deadline that I set for myself. It's just, you're the only one who can decide. Let's get some letters. First initials, last initials. I have the letter S. I have a U. I have an I. I have an E. A U. A J. K. Z. The letter T. An X. A G. And I have an N, and I have some new letters. These I did myself. These are first letter and second letter of either a first name or a second name, okay, last name. So these I think are a little bit more accurate, and if you get them, let me know. I think they're fun. Don't worry if you're not seeing your letters, and they're just a handful of clues. I just like to use them. I think they're fun, something different than just the tarot cards all the time. I have L-I. I have S-O. I have S-M. P-E. C-R. E-M. J-U. G-A. I have an E-R, and I have a K-E. Okay, so if you got those, that could be telling you that you're closer than you think, okay? Spirit, tell me more about this connection. Twists and turns along the way. I don't want to give up on you. I'm hoping that this person can learn to trust you, or that you're, you know, there's always that somebody is out to take advantage of me. Maybe this person feels like somebody took them for granted. Somebody, you know, they gave and gave and gave to somebody and they got nothing in return. But that wasn't you. So when they realize that you're not the one who's always got your hand out, it was somebody else, they'll start to treat you differently. I have a 7 of Cups, Page of Swords. I have a 5 of Wands, and I have a Hierophant. This came into me as, I'm going to trust that Spirit is going to give this person some strength to push through some of these feelings. And I'm going to keep talking to them about it, that they have control over this area of their life. They could have tremendous financial fear. They could be in over their head, Spirit just said, in something. So they could have, they might need somebody just to talk things through. So that could be you. I have an 8 of Swords. They feel like their hands are tied somehow. So yeah, strength. And I have a 7 of Wands. That came into me as, I'm going to break through. I'm going to break through to this person and help them to realize that you're not out to take them for granted. You're not a gold digger. I mean, that's kind of the feeling. It's you're not a gold digger. You're not out there for their money. You don't want them for their money. And when they realize that, I feel like things will start to change. Okay. So, you know, people have these things set in their mind, and it sometimes has nothing to do with you. Unfortunately, it's what somebody else did to them. So right now, I'm just going to go with this feeling of things changing. Spirit, please share with me some loving messages. We're a perfect match, a match made in heaven. So it is good. The only thing I'm struggling with is this person has to feel more secure. Okay. I know one day we will find our way back to each other. So that felt like a soulmate energy coming back into union. I'm always with you in spirit. I always knew there was something different about you. So you can see that this person sees something in you that's different. That's nice. We both still need more time to heal and grow. I'm going to say that because this person brought into this connection almost a defensive mechanism that was protecting their quote unquote assets. They're protecting their bank account. Okay. And I don't know, you know, it's just like, it's like a little bit too much. So that's fine. You know, we're all adults. We can all have our own bank accounts, so to speak. But there's got to be some trust. There's got to be some fairness. There's got to be some, you know, just kind of rational reasoning around that area of our lives. So right now, I feel like this person either was taken to the cleaners by somebody else, afraid of a gold digger, or they're just very, very guarded about their own future, and the money that they make is their money and everything's separate. So it could be a problem, but it's not something that we can't overcome because the love is there. The love is that, you know, we enjoy being together, and I feel like we'll find a way through this as this person trusts you more and more. I crave to be close by your side, and we're a match made in heaven. So maybe you've been put in this person's life to help them to heal this area of their life, so they don't have to be in any kind of financial fear, that they don't have to do it by themselves anymore, or that they have somebody they can talk to about these kinds of feelings. So I would say that, you know, it's a big area. It's one of the main areas in relationships that people fight over. So we don't want to be fighting with this person. We want to make sure that we both are understanding about where each other's fears are coming from. So let's put this out into the universe and let's ask Spirit to guide you now. It's okay to be old-fashioned, Spirit said. And again, twists and turns along the way, but I won't give up on you. So we'll hold on to that for today. I want to thank Spirit for these messages. I want to thank you for being here. If you're new to my channel, please remember to hit that like and subscribe button. Thank you always for your comments. I appreciate them. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, please visit my website, Kathy Mamolen, psychicmedium.com. Also, I have 2 other YouTube channels. Please visit those. The links are in the description below. I hope you enjoyed your reading. We'll see you soon.